Alright, folks. Instead of my normal gameplay vulgar language, screaming and fighting like you normally play a video game, I'm gonna step into what I call the story circle. Okay? And I'm gonna be more personal with my viewers, if there is any viewers that is actually paying attention to this video and not watching the first 30 seconds of it and just closing it out because they're my friends and I asked them to actually watch the video. My videos so far have been pretty crappy. I'll be honest. I don't care. My first two Call of Duty videos, horrible. Absolutely horrible. Me just bitching and swearing and running around and shooting people is what happens when you play Call of Duty, but you're watching a video of Call of Duty, so why not actually make it entertaining? Look, I'm not C. Nanners. Okay, if you ever watch C. Nanners, he's funny as hell. I'm not C. Nanners. I'm not a comedian. I'm not Robin Williams. I'm not gonna put a clown nose on and play with flubber. I'm not Chris Farley. Christopher Walken? Come on. I'm not Steve Martin. Some people like Steve Martin, some people don't. You know, whatever. I'm not Drew Carey or Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey overacts like a motherfucker. I'm not Adam, the Waterboy Sanders. Probably one of the best roles ever, the Waterboy. Since then, not as well. I'm not Chris Rock, if you like Chris Rock. I'm not Bill Cosby, thank God. Puddin'. I like puddin'. I'm not Cheech or Chong. I'm not Here's Your Sign, Bill Engvall. Ralphie May. Whoopi Goldberg. Tina Fey. Colin Mockery. Ryan Stiles. Yes, Whose Line Is It Anyway is an awesome TV show. And I'm not one of the best comedians in the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. Everything he says is just a joke, and I love it. I just laugh. Why not? I'm a man with a dream. Okay. I'm not going to talk about game cred or the sick kill that I should have had, but that guy killed him. I'm dead. I'm not... I'm gonna talk about the game when something interesting happens. But when it's not, I'm gonna tell you a story because it keeps my mouth moving and something interesting coming out of my mouth, and that's why you're watching a video. You're not gonna watch a video for the actual Black Ops. I mean, you might, and if you do, then you probably muted me by now anyhow. So I'm gonna take you to what I said called the story circle. I'm gonna talk for the next however long this video is, and I'm gonna talk about a story. So here it is. My story is about traveling. Okay, topic for the day, traveling. Now, last week I decided to go see my girlfriend. Good move, I know. And I actually came home for Thanksgiving break from college 3-4 days early. Good me, I know, I skipped classes. Oh well. What do I need them for anyhow? But she asked me to come see her, so I came see her. Or I went to see her. My mistake was taking her directions. I have a GPS. Should have followed my GPS. Why I didn't follow my GPS? I did and I didn't. You'll understand later. Now, so I get in my car, and I'm all packed up, and I have to go through the almost adjacent town, which is about 5 miles away from my house, to get to the Ohio border. Pennsylvania to Ohio. I'm going destination Ohio. So, that's probably like 8 miles away from my house. But, who gives a shit? Now, it's somewhat of a city. I mean, there's boondocks and railroad tracks and whatnot. Suburbs and ghetto and, you know, whatever. The works. So, I started off on my journey, and I'm about 10 minutes into my journey. I get to my first direction that she printed out. The most ghetto directions ever. She's a woman. I know. I trust her when she's driving. But she was trying to give me directions. Men don't take directions. Men listen to the navigation systems that we bought to give us directions and tell us what to do immediately. Should have done it. So, I get off the first exit, and I go down a few miles, and I get to my third or fourth stop on my list. And victory, yes. Did I get the last kill? No, it's not me. I don't care anymore. So I get to his first town, and it tells me to take a right immediately after I get. Ooh. Yeah, that wasn't good. But so I get off the first hill or first ramp or whatever. Tell me to take the first right. It's a dirt road. So I go past it. My GPS yells at me, "U-turn now. Make a U-turn now." Like it was gonna slit my throat because I didn't make a U-turn. Apparently there is a road there, and so I had to pull over, and I had to turn around. So that was my first incident on the way there. Next incident is the next road. So I get on this road, and I go over a couple railroad tracks, and I go through a little bit of a suburb and a little bit of a ghetto, and it's getting worse, and it's getting worse, and then it gets better. There's a stop sign, there's a cop car pulling someone over, you know, the works. So I keep going, and then it tells me to take the next left. First left, or third left, or whatever. I'm supposed to get on Liberty Street. So I'm going, I finally get to a red light. I'm looking for street names. No street names. No street names anywhere. And I mean anywhere. Carrier, again, okay. It's obviously not classified location if I'm playing it again. Sorry, jumping back and forth, but I want to keep you involved in the game and my story at the same time. So I get to this red light, right? And I'm supposed to make a left on Liberty Street. There's no sign. No labels, no green traffic labels, no nothing. So I keep going. Next street's like Chestnut Street or Walnut Street or something nut street. Bunch of nutheads. So I keep going. Charlie Street or something, I don't know. Red Street, Blue Street, Green Street. 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, 4 fish. Cat in the Hat Street. So I keep going. Dead end. No outlet. I see a little sign that says no outlet. So I get to the last stop sign and I make a right. And I go up that street and I'm starting to follow my GPS again. And it tells me to go back. And it takes me back to the red light I was already at. But I'm on the other side of it. So I'm on the other side of this red light, and there's wreaths right below the red lights, and like, you know how the light post is there, and then there's a wreath, and then usually the signs underneath it. Liberty Street was behind the wreath. So the first red light I was at 5 minutes ago was the street I was supposed to take. So I take it, and I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going. So I had to turn around twice. And that made me mad, okay? Mad. I mean, that was my first time going that way, and I'm a man, so I'm gonna be mad about it.
We've lost the lead.
So I finally take that one. Or I have two turnarounds. First turnaround was the Cherry Dirt Road Street. Second turnaround was the Liberty Street. You're a retard. And then, hey, there's a guy there. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. And he's dead. Assist. So, whatever. Anyway. So the first turnaround was the dirt road. The second turnaround was a stupid wreath. As Dane Cook likes to say, the tree from the Mesozoic era that's all grown up around. And then you go in circles and you go in circles and you go in circles and you can't see anything. And then you finally turn around and you look at the tree again and it's the street you've been looking at. And then he shits on the codes. But enough about Dane Cook. Awesome. Funny as hell. But, well, you're a dumbass too. What was his name? I don't care. So I had two turnarounds in the city. 10, 20 minutes. No. 10 miles away from my house. The city I've been in, God knows how many times. You're a dead son of a bitch. A city I've been in how many times, and I get lost within the first 5 minutes. The rest of the trip's pretty standard. I'm trying to follow her directions and go left when it tells me left and go right when it goes me right. My GPS is trying to take me to the interstate I don't want to be at. I'm taking ghetto roads everywhere. And so I get to this one intersection. And I pull off to the road because the GPS says go right. And my girlfriend said go left. So I call my girlfriend. And I tell him where I'm at, tell him my road name. She doesn't know road names. So now I have to find some mystery landmarks that are nearby that she might remember. So I'm looking around, scrambling. I'm pulled over the side of the road, my blinkers are on, I'm looking. There's sheds. Sheds for sale. You know, you go to Home Depot and there's sheds that sit out at Home Depot and you can buy them or you can have them installed or built or you can build them yourself. Those kind of sheds. So I get there. And I tell her about them. And then she asks me what the road names are getting, so I tell her what road names in. And then she asks me what road I'm on. And I tell her the actual U.S. number, what road I'm on, and she doesn't understand that. So I tell her, you know, what the local road name is called that my GPS says, you know, what road I'm on. Oh, why didn't you tell me that in the first place? Huh? I just told you 5 minutes ago what the road name was. Whatever. I'm not gonna argue. I've gotten lost twice already. This is the third time. I'm just asking you. Your directions say left, and my GPS says right. Do I go left or right? Is there sheds there? Yes, there's sheds there. Go right. But your directions say left. No, yeah, go right. You want me to follow my GPS for once?
Mission directive failed. Bring it next time.
Are the sheds on your left? Yes. Yes, they are. Yeah, go right. Are you sure? Your directions say go left. And my GPS is telling me go right. Yeah, go right. So, I go right, hoping to God that I don't get lost again. And if I do, I'm just going to pull over and just shoot myself right now. Forget the weekend. So I keep going. Reading my GPS. My GPS tells me the next road. It's on my list. It's on my next. It's number 12 on my list. Good deal. So my GPS starts taking me the right way. So I'm following her directions, following my directions. Carrier again. Really. It's not very classified location. I've been here 3 times in a row. And I'm going to use the same damn gun, same damn people. I didn't even know you could get the same level 3 times in a row. I mean, you could if it popped up again, but what's the chances of it popping up more than... Whatever. And I'm dead already. Wow, that was fun. On local, you can actually change the game mode so that if you die, you actually lose a point. And then when you get a headshot, you get an extra point. So when you kill someone with a headshot, you actually get 2 points. And then when you die, you lose 1 point. It's kind of nice. I just play. I play against bots sometimes, and just to test out the score streaks and guns and stuff. If you want to test out your guns, don't do it on live. Do it on local. You can pick any gun you want, any attachments you want, any score streaks you want. Test them out there first, and decide if you really want them or not. Anyway, so I'm following my GPS, and we get to another road. Guess what? She says left, GPS says right. So I've been following her directions, but I called for the last one and it changed. So I just want to call again. So I call again. She's busy. So I just take her directions. So I take her directions, watching my GPS. It's still taking me to the interstate that's right beside my house. So it's taking me all the way back home to go somewhere else entirely. It's yelling at me. I turn the volume down. Oh my god. That guy was level 1. Anyway. I turn the volume down because it's yelling at me. Turn him, U-turn now. Make the first available U-turn now. Make the first... It's going to take me over a cliff if I don't do something, so... You want to play peekaboo? We can play peekaboo. Well, peekaboo, I guess. So... I turn the volume off on my system, my nav system, and I start following her directions. So I'm going to her directions. She finally calls me back. I pick up the phone and I ask her if I should have made the left, and she said, yeah, it's a left. And I said, okay, well, that's what I wanted to ask you 5 minutes ago after I made the left, 12 miles ago. So I made a left, and sorry, I got really in the game. So I made the left, and I'm following her directions, and I go, whatever, I'm 8 miles down the road by now. I'm actually 2 different numbers by now. Don't die, and I'm dead. So, sorry, I got really in the game. So I followed her directions, and I got there pretty safe. I finally showed up, 20 minutes after I should have showed up. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Oh, you're dead. That's right. Oh, and I'm dead. I can't pull my pistol out fast enough. I can't change weapons fast enough. Either that or I'm trying to reload and I forget about my pistol altogether, but whatever. So I get to my destination. Okay, safe and sound. Pretty good weekend. I played Monopoly with her. But I'm still mad. I'm thinking about the trip home, and I got lost 3 times, and it's bugging the hell out of me, and I don't like it. So I get her to proofread it and see if it's okay, and see if I'm going to go home the right way, and she just tells me to change all my rights to lefts and change all my lefts to rights. But I'm thinking about that. If I do that, and I have to take a different road, because it's only one-way road, then I'm still gonna get lost, which is not gonna help me. You ever think you run like a fat kid, and I'm so slow on the game? Well, I'm probably slow in person too, but I meant in the game. So I'm just thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna let it bug me. I'm just gonna wait until Sunday to go home and, do whatever, get lost if I want to get lost. And I'm dead. But, so, that is the first part of my story. Realistically, I mean, that's my journey there. I have some more trouble on my way back, but you can listen to me ramble next time, and the game is almost over, and it's almost over. It's completely over. Until next time, this is Jeremy, and I will try to be more personable for the 3 viewers that I have. And one of them is me, because I have to rewatch my videos and see if they're up to standards. So, until next time. Hey, this is Indecisive Studios, and we want to thank you for watching our videos. We need your help in reaching our goals, and why not at least have some fun on the way? With every view, like, or subscription, we gain an audience, spread our name, and possibly gain some new friends. From both of us at the studio, we thank you for doing your part.